Mis corazonzones. I can't believe we're already in December. Oh my God, this year is over. I'm not excited for next year. Next year's gonna be lit. Pero, mis amores, I'm here to count down my top 25 reggaeton songs of the year. Déjame decirte una cosa. Yo pensaba que esto iba a ser... O sea, this has been a process because at one point I thought this was going to be super easy. You picked 25. Barely any people did reggaeton this year. And then I dug a little deeper. I did my research with this one. I really need y'all to appreciate all the picks. I went to all of the hard hitters. I went to Don Omar, Daddy Yankee, Balvin, Zani Lennox, the big names. And I was like, all right, what did y'all have going on this year? And then I went to the old school cats. I was like, all right, Michael y Manuel, they dropped an album this year. Maki de Yaga y Maki. Yaga también, he dropped some music también. Blass dropped Sandunguero 3. The truth is, this year was kind of busy for reggaeton in ways that I'm very happy for. In all honesty, I thought there would be even more. Like, before I get into my top picks, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to share lo que me sorprendió a mí. Uno, que no había tanto reggaetón como antes. No sé que si hay una pausa o que todo el mundo está obsesionado con el trap. But, en mi opinión, no había como que tanto reggaetón este año. Uno. Dos, there are some songs that like, and I'm talking about la nueva escuela. I noticed that for some of them, when they record, o sea, cuando están cantando, their cadence is not like a typical like reggaeton cadence. And what I mean by that is like, it feels like they're riding the wave. Como que rapping as if it was like over a trap beat, but over reggaeton. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. That caught me off guard. Había como que algunas canciones que yo escuché así. Yo dije, this is different. This is what... I don't mean to sound like a tía. I'm young as hell. This is my generation. But I'm like, oh, this is what the kids are up to. Hi, I'm Gata, and I'm a historian. So I listen mostly vieja escuela. And then when I want to get into what's going on de ahora, which your girl's dropping music soon, so I've been paying attention to what's going on right now. But yeah, I've been noticing that. Y tres, yo he notado, como siempre, soy musicóloga. Entonces, yo lo noto de una porque estas son cosas de las cuales yo me enfoco. Like, los géneros. Se supone que they have different names because they're different genres. But, of course, as I'm going through all this reggaeton for this list, I'm like, a ton of this is popetón, bro. Y tú sabes que si yo voy a categorizarlas como reggaeton, van a ser reggaeton, sino perreo. Y sí, mi gente, this is gonna be a wild ride. So kick back, relax, and tap into my crazy commentary. These are the top 25 reggaeton songs and some runner-ups of 2025. Let's get into it. Aquí en Reggaeton Con La Gata. First up, I have to go with Miami of Tokischa. And disclaimer, all of these songs are not in any particular order. Not because I'm scared, but because I didn't get that far, so it'd be a lie before God. Oh, this is my number one. It's really not. It just went first. Miami of Tokischa. I dig it, bro. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, oh yes. Siempre con su perreo dominicana. Honestly, I think the song's sexy. I love the visuals. Sonically, it's fun. It's really easy, of course, to throw into a DJ set because tiene ese como vibra super old school and, you know, algo de nostalgia. But what's dope is that I love that Tokischa in 2025, she's still rapping over beats that sound like it's from 1999. Like, I love that. And I love that she keeps doing it over and over. Claro, ya tiene este mismo flow en Tu Cuntazo, which is honestly, I think, my favorite. And a number of her other songs. And I love that she's keeping it fresh. Like, yep, this is still relevant. And yep, this is my sound. And yep, I know how to ride this wave. Because guess what? The kicker is, with reggaeton, se supone, I think it's necessary to be able to know how to rap. And And one thing that she keeps exemplifying in her artistry is that que ella sí sabe cómo meterle al beat. So shout out to her, kudos to her. This is a good song. Yes. Since we kicked off with women, let's keep going with women. I think number 2 is Karol G's Latina Forever.
Ey, ahora todos quieren una colombiana, una puertorriqueña, una venezolana, una domi que lo mueva rico, y que lo prenda desde la mañana. No me decidía, yo todas las invité. Son tremendas mami, todas tienen que...
You know me, you know I had ideas and thoughts and comments on the video. I will not understand in 2025. I refuse to how anyone can make a generalized marketing initiative over an entire group of people and then not represent this entire group of people. So while the song is dope, and I of course hear it all over the clubs, and I like it. I like the song. It's just visually, I'm like, girl, you don't have no black friends, like none. I don't know. That's just what goes through my brain, bro. Pues sí, por término de representación, sure with black girls, but also like different bodies too. Like, I get it. Globally around the world, everybody's going skinny now. Like, BBLs were a big thing a couple of years back. Y ahora todo mundazo quiere ser flaca. Hasta yo estoy mirando cuántos son los lipos. ¿Y quién me lo va a pagar? Porque no va a ser yo. Estamos en chapeo. If you want to sponsor my lipo, hit me up, bro. Pero no. I get it. Everybody's going on the whole skinny wave, and that's great and all. But at the same time, all body types exist. I'm thickums. I love me a thickums. We out here. Anyway, the point is, hay que hacer representación. If you're going to pick a generalized statement, hay que hacer eso también. Se llama responsabilidad. Y ya. Pero the song is fire. The visuals is one thing, the song is another thing. All right? Una artista que me sorprendió. O sea, you know, I say like, oh, que me sorprendió, but honestly, Tito el Bambino been surprising me my entire life. Ese papi chulo, con ese flow tan rico suave. and what I'm referring to is just that this man be wearing button-ups. Like, you don't see no other reggaetonero wearing button-ups. Honestly, the images of him and Hector, I'm like, how the hell did they meet? How did they meet? How did they get so cool? I get it. Hector, like, evolved his flow into a bad boy, like, over time. But I'm looking at Tito and I'm like, tú todavía sigue en la calle. Like, tú me sorprendes a mí. Anyway, Tito el Bambino. Flow Callejero. When Ñengo flow and DJ Nelson is a bop.
Que se escucha más allá de la muerte. No me interesa si me
maldito temazo, Dios mío. Nah, that song is fire. I love that this song came out this year. I love que la nueva generación, they have to hear this shit. I love that we're not letting that old school die out. I don't give a damn. That sound is the best sound. When the bass is hitting, I'm lit. So yeah, top 25 for sure. Okay, speaking of old school, and yes, just because I'm a slut for old school doesn't mean that I'm gonna fall in love with every Reggaeton de la Mata beat. I think that there's some people who do like reggaeton, old school vibe, nostalgia, really cool in like la nueva escuela, por ejemplo.
Zion, baby, sin Maldy no hay perreo.
Te dije que eso quema.
Wow. Yo me paso buscando la manera de no mezclar el amor con sexo, pero la mala costumbre, y ahora quiero hacerlo así yo no esté.
Ay, mi madre. Zion and Maldy. First of all, shout out to Maldy. Ese nuevo álbum es todo, lo mataste. Sin Maldy no hay perreo, punto y final. Nah, but this song, are you trying to tell me you don't recognize the sample? Literally screamed, y'all. I literally screamed. Nah, but Fuego, de Zion and Maldy is everything. Jugando con Fuego is from Maldy's brand new album of 2025. To me, they killed it. it's not just the sample, just so I'm clear. I think it's how they cleverly incorporated the nostalgic vibe. But then also there's beat switches in the song. Like, listen to this.
Pero está jugando con fuego. Este encendía día, no hacemos noche y día. Me guarda con otro contacto con las espías.
Listen, Linda, listen. Let me tell you something. I DJ. I have DJed 12 cities in the 14 cities, a lot of cities in the past year and a half, okay? Yo veo la diferencia de esta discoteca donde la gente está perreando y donde no. A lot of people go to the club to take selfies and be on Snapchat and be on Instagram. Not at my parties, not at Perreo 101. At Perreo 101, we are shaking ass, okay? And I appreciate these beat switch-ups because, claro, you have to stay, like, reggaeton is such a double-edged sword in 2025. You have to stay relevant con, like, I really hate some of these beat switch-ups. I'm going to, like, show you an example later. But, like, I really hate some of those. But regardless, if you want to compete with La Nueva Escuela, you have to, like, be part of the Nueva Escuela sound, but also mantener esa esencia. And la esencia is not just putting dun, 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 not just that. It's just putting something that's danceable, bro. Like, people used to get pregnant at the club. No one's getting pregnant at the club in 2025. DJ Blass told me, he said, yo quiero transportar la gente desde la discoteca a la cama. That is not happening anymore. Like, it's really not. So this is what I'm talking about. They're not horny anymore. You guys are not horny anymore. That bothers me. But yeah. Yendo adelante.
Ella con su amiga se tapa, se entiende. Sigo de con una, las dos se defienden. Esto es para la girla, que le gusta un bella que vaya bajo en la verla. Tu huevo me conoce, sabe que yo soy un murder. Se dice que soy gante, del mame, yo soy verde.
Next song is Palasguerlas remix. My God. I miss songs where there's like 10 different people on the track and everybody has 8 bars and everybody's trying to compete with the last person. Like, I haven't felt this way since Travesuras remix. I haven't felt that way since, o sea, me hace recordar de Mayor que Yo. There's Mayor que Yo, there's Mayor que Yo 2, there's Mayor que Yo parte 2, there's Mayor que Yo 3, and then there's an unreleased version that I have because I'm a nerd, Mayor que Yo 4. I miss when there would be so many people on a track. Think of Si No Le Contesto y Si No Le Contesto remix. Oh my God, the difference when you hear all these rappers hyped to like be with each other. Palasguerlas is like a really dope iteration of that con La Nueva Escuela. The kids are all right. I like it. Esta canción, it had everybody in a chokehold at the top of the year. The North doesn't forget. I remember because of the song requests into my DJ sets. Y sí, esa canción mató según el pueblo y también según yo. I like the song. This next song. Mary Poppins by Natanael, Cano, and Floyd Menor, who had everybody in a chokehold last year with Gata Only. Thank you again for naming that song after me. Y también My Love. No sé qué decirte. I just really like this. I enjoyed hearing their accents on this song. Un mexicano y un chileno. Let's go. I like it. Me encantó los flows, me encantó las melodías. Digo yo que mientras que todo el mundo está como que rapeando como si está encima de un trap, encima de un reggaeton, estos dos chamacos estaban cantando como si estaban en un reggaeton, un perreo romantic. So I just feel like it was different from everything else that I heard. It reminds me a lot of like Jay Alvarez, Jory Boy, that sort of flow, De La Ghetto when he gets in his reggaeton bag. And the fact that it's none of them, I like that. I don't know, bro. They won me over. Let's go. Hablando de lo mexicano.
Tú me tienes rebotando, uy, carajo, uy, de lado, uy, de abajo. Dale tranquilo, no me enamorando, uy, tarato, uy, tarato.
Mis corazonzones. Regresamos ahora. Vamos para otro anuncio. We'll be right back after these messages. Así que no se muevan. Don't move. You guys know that I just interviewed Cachiru Like Lujan for episode 33 in Mexico in my first time in Flow Fest. Déjame decirte algo, and if I didn't emphasize in that episode, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna do it again. That was the best festival I have ever been to. I mean, it was just perreo intenso left and right. Cachirula, her voice is something else. It does something to me. Oh my God. No, but I think she really holds her own on this track. Creo que la combinación de las voces de los tres en este tema es algo, o sea, otro nivel. And I'm gonna give it to them. Like, el bogueto, todito que están en este track, like, lo mataron. So, yeah, this is for sure on my list for this year. And for sure in my DJ set. This next song, I think, is a very, very good example of, like, what it is that I mean when I say all reggaeton don't sound the same. See, everybody, like, a lot of people think, si hay boom, tiki, tiki, or boom, ta, boom, like, que es un reggaeton. But I want to enlighten you que hay reggaetones. Hay bellaqueo, that's very sexual. Hay guayeteo, that, of course, is danceable. Hay sandungue, which is very black and very slow. It's not, you're not going to find it in the 110 BPMs. That's like 80 BPMs. Slow, sexual, black. Pioneered by DJ Blass. Sandungue, bellaqueo, guayeteo. Maleanteo is de la calle. That's like that Hector del Father type music. Guayeteo, maleanteo. Hay tanto eos, no? But the point is that, romantiqueo, claro. Romantic, and they all have their own personalities. They're all like subgenres. They all have their own traditions and even like their own beat patterns that are like very como que unique to each style. So with that said, I don't know how to classify this next one. Let's hear it. Sandungue because of how slow it is. This is Triple X by El by Maiky and Dayanko. If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. Mira, I really, really, really like this song. The beat is so different. Déjame decir una cosa, as someone who loves reggaeton. In 2025, too much reggaeton sounds the same. I get it. When you're making one reggaeton after the other, you get a little lazy, you get a little bored. You start making melodies. You start like following la formula. I love how much risk this song takes. That intro, first of all, a lot of people don't even like intros anymore. Just straight to the point. Yo, diablo, man. Like, you're not going to seduce me into this song? Nothing. We just in it. Damn. No seduction. Just straight to the freaking point. All under 3 minutes because of streaming. Like, yo no sé, hay algunas cositas que ya, Dios mío. Si vamos a hacer que el reggaetón se sostiene por años por venir, we need to like get excited about it and try things. I think this song tried things. And the fact that it exists in 2025, it was made this year, let's go. I think it's a great example por los que están escuchando este podcast y que le canta reggaetón de verdad. Pueden aprender algo de esta canción. Pues sí. Definitely on my top 25 list. Okay, we're going to number 10. I know I haven't said the numbers in a bit. Perdóname. I'm just excited. So number 10 is...
Baby, yo no. En mi cama la que ya te extraña. Hace tiempo que no. Lo hacemos porque la amistad se daña. Y ambos sabemos, no decimos nada. No hace falta y a mi cuerpo habla con razón. Mi cama dice que te extraña. Baby, yo no. En mi cama la que ya te extraña.
Now that's what I call an intro, honey. Paloma Mami, mi cama. First of all, this girl doesn't get enough flowers. Paloma Mami is super talented. I've been having my eye on her for a couple years now. I don't understand why there aren't more collaborations. I'm very curious on what's going on over there. Pero de lo que yo he visto, de lo que yo he escuchado, I am a fan. I like her voice. I like her sound. I like her messages. I like her take on things. Like, ella es toda una mujerona. And I think this song is one of the best that she did this year. And therefore, it's on this list. This is my list, period. Speaking of women, Anitta, she did her thing.
Si estás buscando una bandida pa' perrear, porque te tengo en la mente, pero te quiero en mi cuerpo. Una propuesta indecente, por si te pones Romeo, una aventura. Si estás buscando una noche de travesura, quédate.
This girl is such a star, like truly. I like Anitta, dog. I really, really do. I think this song is dope. I think it's fun. I think it's actual reggaeton. Granted, it's a bit more on the commercial side, but it won me over. I like it. That's really all my reasoning. Hi, I'm Gata, and this is my list. And it's on my list because I said so. Okay. Let's get constructive. The Bad Rabbit. Something about them Puerto Ricans. Nah. Bad Bunny, Dei V, and Omar Courtz mataron en verdad. En verdad. I love Puerto Ricans. But this song, verdad, is fire. I love the way that people's head turns when the song comes on. I think more than what is transpiring sonically, I think culturally, like, this song is just like a feeling of like a good vibe. And I love that for people. I love that. As a DJ, it's like an immediate, like, vamos a prender esta vaina. And what can I really say against that? I think this is one of the definitely like the key songs this year to be able to do that. Granted, of course, todo el mundo está obsesionado con Bad Bunny. But shout out to Dei V and Omar Courtz too. Like, they did their thing. Dei V, so dale el choli. Like, both of them artists are standing on their own feet. So shout out to them también. Number 14. I am Gata. I have ADHD. I'm forgetting to say the numbers. I'm high-key picking them out of random order. So it's hard for me to forget which one comes next. 14. Estamos en 14. Chencho Corleone. But which one? Because the kicker is, this man is on this list various times. But it's for songs that he's collaborating with. Which one do I go first with? Vamos con Dile a él with Nicky Jam.
Yo muero por ella y ella muere por mí. Sin estarla aparentando, estamos vacilando, fabricando en la mente grabando.
Sal afuera, más ya tenemos que hablar. No te hagas la difícil inocente. Carita de ángel pero se porta mal. Conmigo una diabla, yo soy su nene. Más dile a él que no estaba en tus planes conocer a un bandido como yo que se adueñó tu piel. Que en la noche te daba placer, mami, pero dile a él.
Nicky. The hood is still pissed at you, bro. You really got on stage and endorsed Donald Trump. You, Jaquiles, and Anuel. The North remembers. We ain't forgetting. We are so confused on why you're confused. I'm not confused because I'm an educator. But granted, it's so hard to support people sometimes. Nicky, yo no entiendo qué carajo estaba pasando por tu mente, pero this song is fire. Chencho did his thing. Y'all did y'all thing together. My guy, I am available for consultation. Lord. And this is a real thing. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know who I am and where I'm at, dog. Like, I'm gonna mix politics with music every chance I get because guess what? It's political. Latino estamos sufriendo. Like, estamos sufriendo. We're seeing our neighbors, our friends, our coworkers, people we didn't even think of who are undocumented, and people who are actually documented being deported, being grabbed up, all of that. So honest truth be to God, like I feel like, oh Nikki, you got some explaining to do, my friend. No es tan fácil de que olvidar eso, because what the actual heck? Both in the U.S. and in Puerto Rico, los dominicanos que están sufriendo allá. And you're both, bro. I don't know, bro. You got a lot of explaining to do. This song is fire, so kudos to you. It's on the list. Ok, pero en esa misma nota de Chencho, número 16, el Jory Boy con Chencho, incorregible.
Bebé, mírame a los ojos y dime, ¿por qué eres tan impredecible? Por más que uno te escribe, aparece cuando quiere, eres incorregible. Saber que te pasas viendo toda mi historia me daña.
I am a sucker for an intro, but a really, really good one, a really melodic one that really paints the scene, one that really like tells you where we about to go. Like, whew, I love me an intro. And Jory is like a king of intros. Jory and Chencho are king of melodies. Put that together, santo Dios. Someone check up on me. Que estoy mala. Nah. That is a song. Shout out to Jory. He dropped his album this year, another one. He's now with La Base Records, which is exciting. This is a project, bro. Like and to no surprise of my own, of my ¿cómo se llama? Spotify Wrapped nonsense. He was one of the top 5 artists that I listened to this year. It's just, how can you not? It's so melodic. If you haven't listened to Jory before, like, go take it a listen, bro. And if it ever comes a thing for feedback, tell him I sent y'all. Because it's like that. Like, this boy can put his foot in some melodies. You see. And Chencho, ya tú sabes, Chencho es Chencho. Oh my God, there's not too many songs left. This is scary.
La gata, están los perros. No cometa un error. Esta noche te entierro. Yomo le samurai, la G que se la trae. Por andar Ñengo con la matrícula Real G for life. La disco vacía, explota la casa. De hecho que se cae. Le tiro por cel y le mando lo que con las amigas le cae.
Toda la noche maleanteo y loca en busca del bellaqueo. Yomo con Ñengo censando un eroteo. Dale DJ Blass, envuelve la
Temazo. First of all, this combination. Blass, Yomo, Ñengo in 2025. Yes, please. More, please. All the time, please. I love it. You know, being an American, I think about hip-hop, of course, a lot. I grew up in the Northeast, so obviously, like, New York hip-hop is influential as hell in my life. But I'm the girl who grew up listening to top 25 countdowns on BET. So I'm obsessed with Ludacris from the South. Georgia is something I can recite, I think, word for word. Outkast is a group that I love a lot. I love Midwest hip-hop, which is random. I love hip-hop from Texas. I love hip-hop from the West Coast. I love hip-hop in general. Obsessed with it, really. And being a musicóloga or historiadora in reggaeton, I find myself often comparing how culture evolved in hip-hop with how it evolved in reggaeton. It's so interesting to me. Por un lado, uno puede ser como una mapa y literalmente ser una mapa de Jamaica, Panamá, Puerto Rico, RD, New York, Colombia, Chile, Argentina. What am I missing? Mexico. I feel like I'm still missing somewhere. And really map out the different accents, map out the different dialects, map out the different cadences, the flows. There's so many things that make all these reggaetones different, contrary to popular belief. And where am I going with this? ¿Cuál es el punto? I guess I'm really thinking about, like, how all these OGs, right? Blass, Yomo, Ñengo, can hop on a track in 2025, make something that sounds so uniquely them, right? The way that, you know, when you put on a Luda, you're like, oh, that's Luda. Or you put on Missy and you're like, oh, that's Missy. They have like those signatures. I think the way that our reggaetoneros have signatures is so beautiful. I just really love that. And And I think there is a vast difference between the signatures of la vieja escuela with the signatures of la nueva. I think la nueva, there's still a lot to be figured out. And I say that respectfully because that doesn't mean people aren't doing amazing things. I just think it's different. And time will tell if what I'm saying means that they'll mature with those signatures or if they'll stay exactly the same. Time will tell. Because we're all young and we're all creating in the moment. Pero eso es algo que yo he notado. Mark on history, legacy, things of that nature. It's something that intrigues me. Se supone, como historiadora, pues sí. Changing over, next song. Okay, tangent not over because I'm me. Please know that I have noted that so far I have brought up some women, sure. A lot of men, of course. It's a male-dominated genre. But as always, someone who advocates for black girls in reggaeton, please know that I know que yo no he notado ninguna. And honestly, it's not because black girls haven't created it. I just think, genuinely, if I put them on this list, it's not a matter of like, oh, these are the top. And of course, this is my personal list. I could put whoever I want. And I could easily just name drop, right? But I think generally in regards to like who's competing in this sort of specific sound, no hay morenas. And know that I know this and know that esto es algo de que honestamente me molesta. I am a nerd and I have researched reggaeton in and out, up and down, sideways, all of that. Including the specific experience of negras in reggaeton. I have asked, at this point in time, I know every single black girl in reggaeton. The only one I'm not cool with is Glory Glow. Not because of nothing, we just don't know each other. But I have asked every single black reggaetonera, why don't you make more reggaeton? And me using the word reggaetonera is kind of funny because ellos ni se consideran como reggaetoneras. Okay? But the answer to the question is just that they don't see themselves as part of this imagination. And that makes me sad. And I kind of can't blame them because of things that I've said throughout this podcast. Like, there are certain things that are being replicated right now in reggaeton that are just so not based in blackness that I think are like foreign to our identity at this point. Like reggaeton the DNA has been so whitewashed that like muchas veces it's like, what the hell does this even have to do with me? I feel that way, if I'm being honest with you. A mí me encanta el perreo, me encanta los sonidos. Esta es la música que me salvó. So for me it hits differently, but I often am an outlier, and please know that I know that. You see? My next episode will be purely on black girls and reggaeton. We're gonna go all the way there. But for now, the next song. Sonsones. Regresamos ahora. Vamos para otro anuncio. We'll be right back after these messages. Así que no se muevan. Don't move.
Si tú eres papi, mami, esto va para ti. La que en el bolso siempre tiene buena shit. Ponte el lip gloss, mami, antes de salir. Llega al ático y la ponen en el beat. Ella es nena fina con actitudes de mala. Y todas las conocen porque trae las chavalas. Calenturas de la buena, el perreo siempre suena. Las amigas
the girls, and then there's the girls. Shout out to Dizzy Smart. Un artista nicaragüense que está metiéndole al reggaetón y haciéndolo Palasguerlas. Es un artista queer y está representando. Honestly, I'm not saying this because honestly we're not even that cool like that. Not nothing. We just don't know each other like that. I have yet to see someone promote their stuff on a solo level as an independent artist so damn hard. So honestly, shout out to you, Dizzy Smart. I'm not putting you on this list because of how hard you promote. I'm putting you on this list because the song is actually good. I find myself rapping this. It's like my new stim. Side note, and this is really funny and has nothing to do with reggaeton. Don't laugh at me, y'all. But there's this girl on TikTok who's going viral because she recorded her sister singing "Do You Know the Muffin Man?" but like in like a opera type voice. And it's become my new stim. Hi, I'm Gata. I'm neurodivergent. I have ADHD. I am a historian. I'm not perfect. But no, this song también is my new... o sea, es otro stem mío. Nadie, yo. Me llamo Yasuri, Yami. Like, I be cleaning, just singing it. I be driving, just singing it. I be showering and just singing it. And eso quiero decir que hay influencia. So kudos to you, Dizzy Smart. La canción Adura. I love it. Keep representing for the girls and the girls. Like, thank you, honestly, for existing. Ahora, the one that's hitting right now. About Arcángel De La Ghetto. Talking to them. Nobody stepping to them. Nobody touching them. Period. Oh my God, that combination is crazy. All in favor of an Arcángel De La Ghetto album 2026? Say aye. Aye. Girl, you sound crazy. I mean, I am. But only about reggaeton, not about anything else. Ay, Dios mío. Y'all seeing me for who I am. I don't like it. So I know, I'm completely sober. I'm just happy as hell. I think this is like what healed me sounds like. This year, if I had to reflect for me, has been pretty freaking tough. I just feel like I've been learning back to back lessons. Somebody tell God I am not his strongest soldier. Like, somebody tell God that, like, it's okay to ease up on the lessons. Like, somebody tell him Gata needs a break. Nah, truthfully, 2025 can kiss my ass, bro. It was just like, why was it so difficult? Like, lesson after lesson. I feel like a lot of us feel this way. Someone said on TikTok today, I'm sorry, you'll see me on TikTok. But someone said in TikTok that 2026 is either going to be my best year or my last year. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but that's hysterical. And I feel that in my bones. So shout out to 2026 for giving us everything, because it's that or else. I swear to God. I'm okay, y'all. I'm just a little cooked. No me haga caso. Vamos por 18.
Ahora sí voy a decir puras mamadas. Para que no te debrayes. Mua, chaca. Yo tengo mi chaca, siempre tiro con el AK. Trae el matorado, conmigo no es naca. El talento que traigo lo pusimos en el mapa. Muchas quieren mi puesto y para mí se quedan en
Yeri MUA, let me find out you're growing on me, girl. Again, she's really young. And I feel like people need space to grow. I know it's very critical in episode 28. Pero con buen razón. And I never said the music wasn't bad. I just questioned people socially. With that said, I think this song was a banger. I think she did it for the girls. I think she did her thing. And me gustó. Side note, because this is about a countdown and tangent. Mi gente, I watched, and if you have Netflix, check out the documentary Lilith Fair. Aha. I thought I was going to say Diddy. Oh, we'll leave that for a different time. Pero Lilith Fair, ese documental, me dejó con la boca freaking abierta. First of all, I did not know that white women in America suffered in music. I had no idea. Because imagine trying to tell a Latina, imagine trying to tell Celia Cruz, tú no puedes cantar. Yeah. Ella iba a encontrar la manera de una manera o la otra. So honestly, Lilith Fair, let me back up, is the first all-female traveling concert in the history of the United States. And it was groundbreaking because of all of the barriers that women had to break through in order to make it happen. There were quote-unquote concerns by men, whole men. Sometimes the best thing I could do is sit and be pretty and shut up. But some men were like, no one's going to go see women sing. Oye eso? People are not going to pay to see women sing. Nobody's going to show up. It's not going to give ticket sales. You can't, this is the one that killed me. It was like, you can't put women one after the other on a headline. Oh my God. I did not know white women suffered in music. I'll be honest with you. I thought, because in my recollection, don't get me wrong, black people, the way that black people have suffered in music has been like, no vamos a dar chance a eso negro. That historically has been a thing from Ella Fitzgerald to Aretha Franklin, and before that, Eartha Kitt, all these other artists, right? Shout out to, well, I'm saying shout out like she's here to hear me, but Marilyn Monroe literally helped black singers by going to their clubs, their performances, and sitting in the front, y haciendo que todo el mundo se fuera para verlas cantar. So, like, that was the black experience, right? And then there's the black femme experience, right? Which is a whole other thing. But, like, it never occurred to me that white women, like, suffered in this. And I only bring this up because, claro, siempre estoy comparando lo que pasó en Estados Unidos con lo que está pasando en América Latina. Yo ni puedo comprender la idea de que nadie va a ir para un estadio a ver a una mujer cantar simplemente porque es mujer. Like, si la música es buena, la música es buena. The dumb shit that I see that happens in the industry is like stealing of royalties, improper registration. I'm not going to give you your songs, therefore you can't drop it because you don't have it. That type of manipulation. But to promote the idea that people are not going to fill up a stadium because a woman is singing, I'm like, that is so hilarious in 2025, but that's history. So if you don't know, now you know, baby. So it's like, I don't know. I really just, that came to mind because the reason why I put Yeri MUA, yes, that song is fire. It's like women really go through it, don't we? Like, we just want to be out here existing artistically, and then comes men just disrupting processes, getting in the way, talking too much, giving an opinion when nobody asked for it. The things that I heard in that document, I have to watch the documentary again because honestly, I was high, but I was also in shock. I was like, no freaking way. You said that you're not going to put a woman behind a woman because there's too much women in the lineup. That's crazy. So yeah, women taking up space, being on stage, singing, having the audacity to live artistically is such a like act of rebellion. Like, for those who are listening to this, honestly, go support women that much harder now that you know this. And if you knew this, ya ustedes saben. Like, mete mano. I fear I have another Jory song for y'all. Sorry, this is my list. Notice how all three songs that I put on sound completely different. Esta canción es más dancehall, me hace recordar de En las noches frías de Ñengo Flow, lo que saben, Real G for Life. No me encanta la combinación de quiénes están en el tema, o sea, Jory, Ñengo, and Gotai. This is Gonna Be Perfect from Matando La Liga 2, Jory's album. The album's fire, y'all. Again, if you listen to it and there's a place for feedback, tell him that I said y'all. It's fire. I just think in 2025, this is something that's desperately needed. And that dancehall based heavy reggaeton is something that we get de vez en cuando, so I appreciate it when I hear it. Now this next song, wow. I miss the girl-guy dynamic duo sort of combination in reggaeton, that back and forth. Back in the day, the girls used to moan. Back in the day, the girls were the muse. Y después de un rato, it was just man singing. But this sort of combination, this sort of duo featuring is really fire. This is Luna Llena by Brytiago and Loyalty. I ain't never heard of Loyalty before in my life. Keeping it funky with you. But that voice is gorgeous. I like it. Can't wait to hear more. Only 3 more left. All right. Ra Alejandro, of course, was on his salsa tip this year. But he still came through with reggaeton on this track. I am a critic, and this is my podcast. So I can say whatever I want. I think that this song, which was called Forni, and it's by Los Ballers, Clarence, and Alejandro. Keep it real with you, Chief. This song almost didn't make it onto the playlist. I think that the song is okay. I think that this song, what it does great is that I close my eyes, I dance to it, and I'm like, oh, I like it. But lyrically, no me conecto tanto. I don't really like I don't know if it's the positioning of the words. What is the correct terminology here? The lyrics, I guess. I'm really fighting to just say the lyrics. I think I really like the song because of the beat. I think I really like the song because of how I imagine people dancing to it and how I've danced to it. But lyrically, and I'm not saying this as a critique on the whole, because this isn't a shot at them specifically, but I just think reggaeton in general, especially lately, again, I get it. When there's so much reggaeton being made, there's a little bit of pereza that like comes forward, where it's like, oh, all you gotta do is, and it's like, no. People still love lyrics. People still love messages. People still love entanglements. I don't care. I feel like a couple of years ago, when Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina had that entanglement, I literally made a playlist called Entangled Thong. And it was just me being silly on the internet, but that shit got mad traction because I was literally talking about entanglements in reggaeton. The most famous one is Ay Yo. Mis corazonzones, regresamos ahora, vamos para otro anuncio. We'll be right back after these messages, así que no se muevan, don't move. My point is that I just feel like culturally, and I'm going to say this generally, I'm not saying that there aren't moments. They are. And that these things don't exist in moments. They do. But I'm saying like it was more frequent. It was way more frequent to have people rallying behind like, oh my God, you know what that song says? Like, I feel like I don't see people hype like that anymore. Just being honest. I think that's the reason why Benito's winning. He made it his whole concept, right? Puerto Rico, saving Puerto Rico. That's his whole concept. It's something that people are getting behind. And I just feel like instead of going to the studio and making a song like, oh my God, quiero hacer una canción sobre una tipa que me gusta, que ella pelea en los textos, pero en verdad me ama. Like, come on. Let's be a little deeper, you know? And mind you, I'm not even asking for like essays on Black Lives Matter and shit like that. I mean, I love that. But I mean like romantically, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of artists aren't turned on like they used to be. Easy. That's my critique. Take it or leave it. So yeah, this is my show. Take it or take it. Haha. All right, wrapping this up because your girl is feeling very 31 right now. It is 2:40 in the morning. Estoy cansadita. I want to get to Kenia OS Anitta en cuatro.
Si no te gusta, no me sigas. Y tan bonita que me veo con mi amiga. Metemos presión, volando tu imaginación. Te dejamos caer todo el peso. Y si vienes a pedir perdón, yeah.
First of all, both of them surprised me. That music video is like YouTube let y'all upload that. It was sexy. It was. Hi, I'm Gata. I'm queer, and I appreciate the girls with the girls. Honestly, it's a visual for sure. It's a sight to see for sure. It's a seduction for sure. I think it's the sexiest project of 2025. Oh yeah, for sure. I think Anitta did that. Kenia OS did that. And I appreciate it for that, for what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to them. This next artist I critique a lot. Like a lot. But the song is fire. aka Alba Sole. No, I think the song is fire. She made this song with Omar Courtz. I like it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's called Comernos. I think it does its thing. Here we go, another girl guy duo. Industry, take note. Kachirula Luang, Omar Courtz Bad Gyan. I like all these girl guy duos. I think there's something really dope about that balance with the feminine and the masculine on the same track with this beat involved. And it just does it for me sonically. I think this is one of her better tracks. Contrary to popular belief, I am not a hater of hers. Her name, I'm Jamaican. I have questions. But that does not mean that I'm rooting for her to fail. That's not what's going on. Another Zion song. This is Soul from The Perfect Melody 2, which came out this year, part 1 anyway. I like it. Anybody who's a Zion fan can pick up that this song is giving major "Yo no pierdo la cabeza por ti" vibes. I'm both torn about that, but I both love it. And I think that this song, especially out of everything on that compilation, is one of the best.
Ella quiere látigo, quiere que la azote, siempre me pide castigo, puesta pa' problemas, yo soy un problemático, me la pide adentro y que no me venga rápido.
Látigo by Bellakath, Jimmy Humilde, Novi. This song is sexy. It's sexy, travieso, I love it. The Mexicans, man, they got me, but like con buen razón. I love how they rap with their jerga. I love how it's different. I'm learning something new every time I hear their music. I think the song is interesting. I think it's sexy. I think I would easily throw this into one of my sets. I think the crowd would easily love it. I think this is a good song. Therefore, it is here. Okay, time for a bit of time for a bit of reflection. I'm keeping this in here. Over all of the song picks. I think, generally speaking, my critiques are from a desire of just seeing reggaeton grow exponentially. I think there's a lot of amazing, exciting things that are going on right now, both from la vieja escuela y la nueva escuela. I love how la nueva escuela is trying to reinvent themselves while trying to stay true to who they are. And they're so dope that they can sample their own stuff. Like, for Zion to play Mirándonos, that beat, or Pierdo la Cabeza, that essence, or all these vieja escuela references, I think that's like just part of like their legacy, and I just think that's dope. And the ways in which they do it is so interesting. There was a point, I think 2022 or 2021, I was hella annoyed at the samples because I was like, oh my God, there's sampling and then there's interpolating and then there's just being lazy. And I just felt like there was a lot of lazy just placement. Like, oh my God, what if we put Cuánto Tengo Que Esperar right here? And it's like, okay, but do it in a way that's clever, not just dropping it in there. So I just like when people innovate. I think that they do it in a way that's very different from a lot of people. And I appreciate that. A mí me encanta lo que está haciendo la nueva escuela. I'm thinking about Dei V, Omar Courtz, yes, even Bad Girl, Bellakath, Yeri MUA, Kachirula Luang, Paloma Mami. All these artists are like, they're doing reggaeton great, in my opinion. I would personally like to see black girls in reggaeton. Like 2026, I want to see more black girls in reggaeton. I want to see black reggaetoneras. I want to see our reality reflected. I'm dropping music, but I do not intend to be the only representation. I want to give a shout out to black reggaetoneras. I'm thinking about Lace Lee, who's fire, Anne Brown, que encanta música cristiana, who I interviewed, I think, in episode 21. She's fire. La Sista, she's fire. Glory Glow doesn't sing anymore, but shout out to her. Iwi Queen, my Java Queen. Somos muy pocas. Shout out to Baby Pau from Puerto Rico, an artist on the rise. Cuento de Cita from Puerto Rico, artist on the rise. I want to see more black reggaetoneras. If you hear this and you want to be a reggaetonera and you're black, talk to me. I have beats because se necesita. Like, I really can't believe we went from being the muse with artists like La Atrevida, Rude Gal, to like Ni Una in mainstream. That breaks my heart. I want to see that change. You see. With that said, shout out to like the dope, amazing projects that dropped this year. Sandunguero 3, The Perfect Melody 2. We've been waiting, oh my God, so many years for that project. Maldy, el proyecto de Maldy, fire. El proyecto de Jory Boy, fire. Like, el proyecto de Michael y Manuel, fire. Like, oh my God, Jory Boy. I think a lot of good music came out this year, and that's really like so nice. I love that. Yo he notado como que ese turno hacia el trap, but I think people are really doing reggaeton una justicia. You see, mi gente, that's my top 25. Let me know what you think everywhere. Make sure to show some love. I'm Gato, tu galleta favorita. Estamos en Reggaeton Con La Gata. Hasta la próxima. Chao. Reggaeton Con La Gata is an iHeart Media production, co-executive produced by New Shake It Easy Media. This episode was produced by moi. Shout out to my production assistants, Naomi Acevedo and Kayla Eccleston. And shout out to my composer, Happy Vibes, de lo mío. I'm your host, La Gata. See you right here next week on iHeartRadio app, or wherever you listen.